Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night if you're about to go to sleep. I'm wide awake at 5:45 in the morning, even though it's my day off, because I'm used to being up at the crack of dawn every day. Yes, I slept in these clothes. I actually went to sleep right after doing my budget. But I'm gonna go ahead and make this soup. What's been on my mind though? So let me tell you this. I've So a few days ago, probably a few weeks ago or so, probably longer than that, but it doesn't feel like a long time has passed. But I was listening to a vlog one day. I was laying down just listening to somebody's vlog. And right after that vlog, a video played from a medium, a spiritualist, and she was reading some cards. And what kind of activated me, as in made me go alert, is I'm not even exaggerating. It was a general reading, obviously, on her behalf, because this woman has never met me. She doesn't know me from nobody. And everything she was talking about was very specific to my life. And I mean, like, down to my sun sign, down to my rising sign, talking about the mother issues that I have, talking about the amount of children that I have, talking about issues with my housing, talking about issues at work, like, and I mean saying like you feel like you're being harassed and stalked at work. Stuff that I don't necessarily tell anybody in my life because I'm not really open-hearted. Maybe I used to be. I say maybe I used to be with close friends because I learned the hard way that telling your close friends, your besties, your business, and all of a sudden everybody knows your business. Guess who's telling your business? Your bestie. And then, things, I mean, it gets deeper. Talking about like teeth and all that shit, very specific. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? She even talked about like my wavering faith, which it very much is. Like, I don't necessarily have faith in an outside entity other than myself. It's like either I believe in myself and I'm capable of doing it and I get it done no matter how many times I have to try, or I learned a lesson like, hey, maybe this isn't for you, girl. You've been trying for how many years? You've been doing this for how long now? And it ain't popped like it. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? And this was a reading from like months ago, from like when I looked at the thing. You know how they have the dates at the bottom of the video? When I looked at that, and I was like, am I supposed to be listening to this? Is God trying to tell me something? Maybe so. And I've been listening to like some of her messages coming up until now, the more concurrent ones. Now, the more concurrent ones seem to be happening daily or multiple times a day. I don't know if that's how she was doing it before, because scrolling her page before that, it looked like she would do one like once a month or so, or once every 2 weeks. So she's doing general readings. So it's not just me specifically, but people in very similar situations as me. And it's like, should I be listening or should I just let it, kind of just let that miss me? Because what's the odds that, one, she's talking to me specifically, and then even further is that she's only talking to me. She can't be only talking to me. And why do I feel like it applies? Like her messages, so her messages are pretty much to keep going when I've been feeling like giving up. And I mean completely. Like, it's time to get on out of here type of thing. But whatever type of strong will that I have, it's like, no, why don't you keep going, girl? Keep trying, keep trying. Like, I mean, I really want to wholehearted give up, leave, not do this shit anymore. And it's like, you know what? Just keep going. See what happens tomorrow. See what happens tomorrow. And whether the days get worse or they just kind of get better, it's just like, see what happens tomorrow. And this shit has been in me for nearly 2 decades. I'm an old lady, y'all. Like, I have teenagers who drive, and you know, well, one plays sports, but they're old enough to drive and have jobs type of thing. I don't know if it's telling me like, hey, I should have more faith, or it's like, you know what, I'm not even worried about the faith that you do or don't have, but the simple fact that you're willing to keep going is what matters. Who cares about this kind of time and space continuum? You have to keep going. There's something else for you. It's like, well, what the fuck is it? You know, like, I'm frustrated as hell. Like, a part of me still wishes I was much more manipulative and a lot more eager and quick to lie about things, or just willing to lie in general. But that's just not me. I told myself a long time ago, it's like, I don't really want what everybody else wants. I don't want the same results as anyone else. So what do I do to prevent that? You do something different. But bitch, if society won't punish you, it doesn't matter how good your deed is. You need to be taught a lesson, little bitch. That's how I feel. It's like people are constantly trying to teach me a lesson about being an individual, being independent, a free thinker. But this woman's readings have been more motivating than anything. Like, I'm not really holding on to the edge of her words, but it's motivating because I'm not getting that anywhere else. I'm not getting any type of motivation, any type of encouragement, or nothing like that from anywhere else. And I really need it in my life. Oh, I'm going to ponder on this some more. That was just something that was on my mind. Let me finish this soup. I need to go and get myself groceries because I've already paid the storage bill, the late storage bill. I sent grocery money. I sent haircut money. I sent gas money. I'm still trying to figure out which bill I'm missing because there's some little extra money more than I should have. And it's like, there's a bill missing somewhere that's going unpaid. It's not my phone bill because that's not due till towards the end of the month. But either way, I'll figure it out. I gotta get all this done.